BCH, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis when the price was within this move, we mentioned we're looking for the price to drop. As we can see, price drop, but it couldn't break the previous low. Okay, that's why when the price was within this move, we mentioned we can expect for at least one more drop, and this is we get. Okay, but right now we see the way it's moving is really corrective. Maybe put it in the term of as a channel. Okay, now want to see how deep this one can go. Okay, and this line is indicative, it's not a trend line. Okay, and we want to see how deep this one can go before we get the next move. If this one tend to a channel and become more deeper, the next reversal can give us better trade setup. Okay, by the way, we want to see how we can trade it. In this case, we start with a higher time frame. As we can see, based on higher time frame, after we get this move, now we are within this correction. We want to see how deep this one can be before we get the next move. Okay, in this case, we move to forward chart. And based on forward chart, again, this is what we're looking for. We have the first move. Now we have this correction. All right, we want to see how complex can be this correction. At least we need to this one give a drop a bit more with the breakout of this low. Any reversal we can look for buy it. Then from there we need to see whether this is a 1 to 3 and the next one is going to retest the top, or this one can turn to a more complex correction before we get the next move. Okay, by the way, the only thing is we want to see how we can trade it, because based on lower time frame we see the way it's dropping is as a channel and is really corrective. If we get this move, next move we can expect really sharp, at least with the breakout of this top. Okay, now if I move to 1 hour chart, how we can look at this? All right, first of all, because if we want to consider this one as a channel, all right, first of all, can we put this one in relative to this with internal correction? And now we have this. That's why we can expect one more drop before we get the next move. Or, but the one thing I need to highlight here, if I'm putting this one as 1 2 3, the price couldn't broke the previous stop. Then how about if I look at this as 1 2 3 in relative to this, correction relative to this, then we can expect one move down in relative to this, then we can get one move up, one move down before we get the next move. Because if it's dropping as a channel, it can be really more complex. This one come to here. Okay, any of them can happen. The only thing is we want to see how we can trade it. All right, at least we need to know. What I want to say is that this one can turn more deeper correction, and if this one we get, the next move can give us good trade. Okay, how we can trade it? The first thing is, for sure, the best things is if this one give us any drop, then any reversal with the flag, from there we take it with the breakout of this top, or if we put our trend line here, we can start to manage. We see whether there is a continuation or not. But how about if the price continue from here? Okay, now we want to see how we can trade it. First, if we get any correction of flag here, we can look for buy. But what we want to get the sharp move, at least with the breakout of this line, and we want the price to take this top. But if we get any move, we see the way moving is corrective, we don't take the trade, or even we don't stay with the trade. Or we wait to get the one move up with the breakout of this line, then from there we can look for buy. Either or any of them we can trade it. The only thing is we need to get the trade set up. Okay, but the best thing is if we get one more drop, any buy from there, we can take it. Because if this one turn to channel, anytime the price drop, we can look for buy with the breakout of the, when the price tag the trend line. If you see there is no continuation, we start to manage it. Buying from here, we need to wait for the proper trade setup. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.